everyone! Today we're helping you supercharge your bone health with some easy peasy muscle toning moves that you can do anytime, anywhere. That's right, no gym time, just you amping up your everyday habits with a quick burst of bone building moves. As you know, exercise is key to fighting bone loss. When you apply force to bones, it stimulates them to grow stronger. So, if you want to improve your bone density, it's important to stay active. A great way to do that is by adopting daily habits that incorporate bone-building activities. And what better time to get started than in the morning? With these seated stride stretches, you don't even have to leave your bed. Sit at the edge of the bed with your feet firmly planted on the floor. Sit up tall, elongating your spine up through the back of your neck, chin slightly tucked. Place your right hand next to your hip with a slight bend in the elbow. Raise your left arm up and begin to bend at your waist, leaning towards the right side of the body. Think about reaching up and over while maintaining the heaviness through the left sit bone to stretch the left side of the body, rather than collapsing into the right side of your waist. Hold for 5 breaths, and then return to an upright position. Repeat on the other side. Gentle side bending will improve spinal flexibility without placing too much pressure on the lumbar spine. Maintaining mobility in the spine preserves the health of vertebral bones and allows you to be prepared for the movements in your daily life. Another quick bone-strengthening morning exercise is the seated arm lifts with wrist rotations. Sit upright at the edge of the bed with your feet firmly planted on the floor. Raise your arms straight out to the sides so that your wrists are at shoulder height. Make fists with your hands and hold your arms steady as you circle your wrists in one direction 15 times. Repeat, switching directions. This exercise may be small on moves, but it's big on benefits. Keeping your arms lifted strengthens the shoulders as you resist the weight of gravity against your arms, while the rotations strengthen the wrist joints, bring blood flow to the area, and improve range of motion. Take advantage of the 2 minutes it takes to brush your teeth to do calf raises, also known as heel drops. Start standing with your feet about hip-width apart. Place a hand on a wall or counter for support if needed. Rise up on your toes and then lower back onto your heels without bending at the waist or knees. Repeat as many times as you can, and to make this harder, try lifting one foot slightly off the floor and completing the calf raise with the opposite foot. The heel drop exercise generates ground reaction forces, which in turn create muscle vibration that stimulates bone growth in both the leg and hip area. Plus, this simple movement is great for improving balance and building lower body strength. If you're like me, coffee is a must-have in the morning. So while your coffee is brewing, consider doing the doorway stretch. Place your right hand, wrist, and elbow on a door frame with your elbow at shoulder height, creating a 90-degree angle. Gently tighten your abdominals and step forward with your right leg. Start to bend the right knee, allowing your torso, neck, and head to lean forward, creating a diagonal line from your left heel to the crown of your head. To intensify the stretch, turn your head to the left and draw your left shoulder back. Hold for 30 seconds and repeat on the other side. This simple stretch opens the chest and the shoulders, which helps improve posture. Another way to open your shoulders is to do the modified down dog with a counter. Place your hands on the kitchen counter with palms shoulder distance apart. Take a big step back with both feet. Maintaining a neutral spine, not rounding forward, hinge forward from your hips until your head is between your arms and your torso is parallel to the floor, with your hips pulling back. Your hips should be stacked above your ankles. You may need to adjust your stance slightly, backward or forward, to find this position. Keep the back of your neck lifted by tucking the chin. Ground through your feet and lift through the thighs. Reach your hips away from your hands to feel the lengthening in the sides of your torso. Firm your outer arms in and lengthen through the crown of your head. Hold for 5 slow breaths. The bone health benefits of this exercise include stretching the hamstrings, opening the shoulders, and creating length in your spine. All these morning exercises are a great way to kickstart your day the bone-building way. But why stop there? Let's keep that momentum going throughout the day. While you're sitting at your desk, pull out that chair and get those bones moving. Stand with your feet a bit wider than shoulder width apart, toes pointing slightly outwards. With control, bend at your knees, angling your bum backward, and sit towards the chair. For a harder version, touch the chair without sitting and come to standing. For an easier version, sit all the way down and then stand up, raising your arms out in front of you for balance. As you squat down, your knees should splay outward in the direction of your little toes. Keeping your torso upright, straighten your knees to come up and engage the glute muscles at the top to ensure a full stand. Avoid using momentum or your hands on the chair to come up. Make your glutes do the work. Repeat 10 to 15 times. Squats are excellent for improving balance and strength. This exercise targets the quads, hamstrings, glutes, and core. The muscle contractions of this bodyweight exercise apply mechanical force to the bones, which in turn stimulates bone formation. Want a quick way to engage your bones without even standing? Give this seated knee extension a go. Sit back in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Elongate your spine up, lifting up from the crown of your head. Engage your core by gently drawing in your abdominal muscles. Flex your right foot and straighten your right knee as you lift your foot away from the floor. Do not slouch or round your back. Hold the leg extended for 5 seconds while breathing in and out. Slowly lower the extended leg to the floor. Repeat 10 times, and then repeat on the left side. This exercise strengthens the thigh muscles and allows for stabilization of the knee when standing, walking, or squatting. While we're focusing on sitting, let's take a look at some bone strengthening moves we can do while we're relaxing in the living room. First up are clamshells. Lie on your side on the couch with your hand propping up your head and your back and pelvis grazing the back of the couch. Stack your legs and bend your knees at a 45-degree angle. Pull your belly button in towards your spine to engage your abdominals. Keep your heels touching. Raise your upper knee as high as you can without letting the pelvis drift back. Hold the position for 1 to 2 seconds and squeeze your glutes. Then lower your knee back down. Repeat 15 to 20 times on each side, or make your way up to 2 minutes on each side. Clamshells strengthen the outside of the hips, providing stability when walking or standing on one leg. Plus, they give you an excuse to hog more space on the sofa. But we know you might get tired of lying down while catching up on that binge-worthy show, so please meet the wall sit. Stand near a wall around 2 feet away. Lean back against the wall with your torso, with your feet a bit wider than hip distance apart, toes turned out slightly. Press your back into the wall and slide your torso down the wall as you bend your knees, making sure that your kneecaps are pointing in the same direction as your toes, and the knees are aligned over the ankle. You should be able to see your toes. Slide down as far as you can without overexerting yourself. Keep your head, shoulders, and upper back against the wall and hold the position, tightening your abdominal muscles. Try to hold for 10 seconds, but longer if you can. Rest for 30 seconds and repeat at least 3 times. Standing against the wall helps with postural awareness, and it helps strengthen your lower body, especially through the thigh muscles. You know what else helps strengthen your legs? Jumping jacks. Try knocking a few out during those annoying commercial breaks. Start by standing with your legs together with a very slight bend in your knees, arms by your sides. Jump, spreading your legs just slightly wider than shoulder width apart. At the same time, raise your arms overhead and try to touch the hands together. Return to the starting position and repeat 10 times. Here's a tip. Try to keep your core engaged by gently drawing inwards just below your belly button. The impact of jumping stimulates bone renewal and improves mobility through multiple joints. You need good mobility to keep your health and independence. You also need strong arms, and that's where counter push-ups come into play. A great time to do them is in the evening as you prepare dinner. Stand facing the kitchen counter. Place your hands on the edge of the counter just slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Your arms are almost straight with a slight bend in the elbows so you don't lock out your joints. Step your feet back far enough so that your torso and legs can remain in a straight line as you bend your elbows. Bend your elbows to lower your chest slowly towards the edge of the counter while inhaling. Push your body away from the counter until your elbows are extended but not locked. Exhale as you push up. Keep going with slow, steady repetitions. Counter push-ups are great for core, spinal, and pelvic strength, plus balance. Also, this exercise helps stimulate the arm bones and improves the muscles needed to push yourself up from the ground or push a heavy door open. While you're at the counter, this will be a perfect time to get in a few single leg marches. Stand beside the kitchen counter. Your hand can rest on the counter to help you balance. Elongate your spine and distribute your weight evenly across both feet. Allow your toes to spread. Keeping your torso upright, lift one knee towards your chest without lifting above your waist. Then slowly lower your leg down again until your toe touches the ground. Repeat 10 to 15 times on each side. Single leg marches strengthen hips and improve range of motion in the leg, making it easier for you to enjoy an active lifestyle. Plus, they improve your balance. You know, if you really want to build up your balance game, then you have to check out the modified tree pose. It's powerful, yet so easy you could do it in your bathroom as part of your nighttime routine. Start by standing upright on both feet, spread your toes, distribute your weight evenly across both feet. Establish core awareness. Pelvic floor is gently lifted, navel is gently pulling in towards your spine. Using a wall or counter to support your balance if needed, pick up your left foot and place its sole on the inside edge of your right leg. at the ankle, calf, or thigh, but avoid the knee. Push the left foot and right inner leg against each other for stability. Try to hold the pose for at least 30 seconds. Repeat on the other side. The modified tree pose strengthens the legs and hips and improves balance, posture, and focus. It's also a good activity to help your body wind down as you prepare for bed. And speaking of bed, you'll want to make sure you're near one for this next exercise. Stand close to your bed with the right side of your body facing the bed. Your feet should be about hip distance width apart. Take a big step forward with your left leg. Lift the heel of your back foot, coming onto the ball of your foot. Distribute your weight evenly between both legs and check that your feet are still about hip distance width apart. Inhale, and on an exhale, bend both knees. The back knee bends towards the floor, and the front knee bends until it's in line with the ankle. Do not bend the front knee past the ankle. Try to touch the back knee all the way down to the floor. Slowly straighten the legs and then repeat 10 times. Repeat on the other side. Forward lunges promote balance and stability in your ankles, knees, and hips. They also improve your leg strength, making it easier to climb up stairs, not to mention getting up and down from the ground. When you're done with your lunges, take a load off and sit on the bed. Perfect! Now you're ready for your last bone building exercise of the day. Sit at the edge of your bed with your feet firmly planted on the floor. Gently lengthen your spine, drawing up from the crown of your head with your chin slightly tucked. Rest your left hand on your right thigh and rest your right hand on the bed. As you inhale, expand your belly and turn your torso slightly to the right. As you exhale, draw in your navel, lift your pelvic floor, and deepen the twist. Power this movement from your deep core muscles rather than pushing yourself into the twist with your arms. Maintain a neutral spine. Avoid rounding the upper back or overarching in the lower back. Hold for 5 breaths, and if your breathing feels strained, release the twist slightly to a point where you can breathe comfortably. Release the twist slowly and repeat on the other side. By twisting the spine, this exercise strengthens the vertebrae and helps it retain its range of motion. Thank you for joining us today. That wraps up our bone strengthening at-home exercises. We hope you find it useful on your bone health journey, and in the meantime, we'd love to hear from you. How do you incorporate exercise into your daily routine?